And that's really beside the point. So I think that we did that like, oh my gosh, 12 or 13 years ago. That Austin's commercial director and my partner in who played Hutch, and he was commissioned to several directors were commissioned to shoot these spots for Comedy Central for the Cartoon Channel, or actually Cartoon Channel.
Yep.
So. And they do whatever you want to do, but you have to utilize a cartoon character, and so basically,
I'm just picturing it in my mind. I'm sorry, it was funny.
Yeah. Well, so we, being Starsky and Hutch fanatics, and Austin actually had a Starsky and Hutch car, which was in the video.
It was
he had
awesome.
Built from the ground up to spec, just like the actual series car.
Yep.
That's how I met him, actually. I saw the car on the Pacific Coast Highway and nearly drove off the road, and then left him a note on the windshield, and we've been fast friends ever since. But so we did this little 7-minute video about Starsky and Hutch, looking for their crime-fighting mentor, who's Hong Kong Phooey.
Yeah.
The number one, how does it go? The number one super, I don't know. I can't remember. Hong Kong Phooey. But anyway, check it out. It's called Starsky and Hutch Ride Again. It's on YouTube, and it's us just making utter fools of ourselves, looking for Hong Kong Phooey. But we involve Huggy Bear and a couple of
we sure did.
Of ne'er-do-wells. We do the everything the stock crime fighting behavior of 70s television shows of driving our car through alleys, through cardboard boxes, and chasing after nefarious individuals and just kind of aping Starsky and Hutch. And it's funny because that came out, and then right after the Ben Stiller movie came out with Owen Wilson and Starsky and Hutch, and I was not a fan of the film. I didn't think it was funny. I just thought it was asinine.
I didn't even watch it, so maybe I'm glad I didn't.
I did. The cars in it were fantastic, but that's a whole other conversation. But David Soul actually, this is like a dream come true. So he saw our little Starsky and Hutch Ride Again vignette for the Cartoon Network on YouTube. Somebody had sent it to him, and David Soul played Hutch on the series in the 70s, and he emailed Austin, my partner in it, and said, you guys, kudos, my hat is off to you. You did more in 7 minutes than that terrible movie did in 95 minutes. So I was just that was very satisfying.
Definitely
for both of us. So we got to wear the wardrobe and have the guns and do all the fun stuff.
And what was it like driving that car?
It was fantastic, and I mean, the money was spent. They actually cordoned off several blocks in downtown Los Angeles for me to drive like a maniac around, and it's. I did all the driving. I'm proud to say I actually had a Starsky and Hutch car as well when I was in high school. So I was, and that car is a beast. I mean, it's not. It handles like a freaking 700-pound barbecued pig. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
It's powerful, but it's not anything you want to,
mess around with.
Take a corner at more than 30 miles an hour. It'll skip across the road, but. So it was a lot of fun, and but we had to change the name, but so it was Schlumsky and Dutch or something like that for copyright fears or something like that.
Chumsky and Ditch.
Chumsky and Ditch, that's right. But everything else is pure Starsky and Hutch. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I haven't seen it in a while. I should check it out, but. It was kind of frustrating in those days. That was before digital video. The way you can really shoot, it doesn't look. It kind of looks video-y. Doesn't have a film look because it was before. The way you can shoot on digital now make it look like film. So if we just had a few more years, we could really make it look cool. But anyway, that was a lot of fun.
Well, it was good. I'm so happy I came across that.
You have to check that out.
Not something I expected to see, and I put your name in Google, and here I see it was actually in an article or an archive of TV Guide. That's where I saw
really?
it. Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's cool. Yeah. Well, it's I'm glad we did it, and Austin has since sold his Starsky and Hutch car, and we've moved on, but we at least have that,
You had the memory.
Sold it?
What's that? He sold it, and I actually had my Starsky and Hutch car at the same time, and I in a I don't know, a fit of dementia, I just decided to sell it, and yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. And I know
either.
the guy still owns, the guy that bought it from me is some farmer in Oregon, and he has like 3 of them. I'm thinking about, seeing if out of the kindness of his own heart he'll sell me back my car since he's got 3. Like, why do you need 3 Starsky and Hutch cars? But,
or leave it to you in his will. I mean, you're a
sure.
lawyer now. Come on, work it,
right,
dude. Work it.
I don't. Yeah. I ain't got that much time. I want that car back.
Well, I also wanted to tell you that Stephanie did get to see you play in your band at Prohibition in New York City.
Well, Stephanie must have been drinking too much because we've never played Prohibition. So.
Well, maybe she got the name of the bar wrong.
We were going to play Prohibition, and it was just a little too small of a bar. I actually got a couple of my friends that have a great Johnny Cash show to play there, but we're very loud, and I just think it would have been disruptive to the business. So we played at Bar 9, which isn't far from there. So she might have seen us there. Or the Mean Fiddler was another popular spot for us when we played in Midtown, Upper West Side area.
Well, you got to make it to Chicago one of these days, and with your band, because I would do anything to be able to see you guys play.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I'd bring my son with me as long as you can get in.
Saratoga, yeah, we're branching out. We played in San Diego. We had a great show in Vegas, and so we're starting to get outside of the 212 area code, and so Chicago is the next logical stop. So hopefully before long we'll be able to pull that off.
Good. I'm glad to hear that because I would definitely go.
I would go.
Just for our listeners, check out his website at donedirtcheap.com, and you can watch the videos on there. You can watch Michael playing.
Yeah, it's donedirtcheap.com was taken, so it's www.
It's hard to say.
It's donedirt.com. There's no cheap. I mean, the name of the band is Done Dirt Cheap. But,
I keep thinking of the name of the band and the lyrics.
Yeah, but the website is donedirt.com. And we actually, I direct people a lot to the Facebook page, the Done Dirt Cheap Facebook page, because we try to get as many people to that. I can update that a lot quicker. I've been kind of remiss on the website, but a lot of the content is on there. The songs are on the website, and pictures and video and stuff. But don't miss the Facebook page as well. And for all you up and coming talented rock bands, go to the artistdevelopmentguild.com for more information about what we're doing there. And watch Tainted Dreams when it comes out, which will be soon.
Definitely.
Most definitely.
And follow Michael, because Michael needs some followers. I know that you have 1 billion fans, and
I always
they need
forget
to follow you on Twitter.
I know. I'm terrible. Terry Ivins, who I work with on Tainted Dreams, is so good at she's the pub queen. And she got me on Twitter. I'm way behind. I'm back in 1974 when it comes to the social networking. Pardon me. But yeah, I'm at michael-e-lowry. I occasionally have things to say, but rarely so. But follow and again, look out for Tainted Dreams and support the show and hope for the best.
And we will be there to watch you. So please keep in touch with me, too, about your band.
Sure, yes.
And email me anytime. I'd be happy to play their music on my show and also do interviews with them.
That'd be fantastic. I really appreciate that, Pam. And let me know about if you get Dave Evans on the show.
Oh, I will.
And we'll be in touch again. And Dave, it was great speaking to you as well.
Great speaking to you, and you come back anytime, Michael.
Will do. Thanks, guys.
Take care. Have a good evening.
Okay. All right, you too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, I'm sorry if we took up too much of his time, but my gosh, that was so much fun talking with him. I mean,
it is.
He's done like everything, a little bit of everything, and he's good at everything he does.
He is. I'm glad that he took it over.
Yeah.
Almost because I don't know if we could have carried it. Oh, I do. I am following him already. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
You should be.
I am already. All right. And sometimes I forget who I'm following.
I know.
You know?
Me too.
And,
especially with my personal Twitter, I follow over 2,000 people, and to do that on Take-Two's Twitter, it's not as easy to do. So I try to follow at least the actors, authors, directors, things like that for people for the show. And in my personal account, I follow just about anybody. But then it's hard to keep up with your timeline as well. Especially when you're using TweetDeck and that thing is just flying by. If somebody doesn't put an @ mention to me, I may not see, what you're saying. Yeah. So I'm glad that I have a lot of Twitters.
Yeah, you need a secretary for yours.
I definitely have a lot of Twitters.
I have one for mine. You have...
I really don't even know how many. I think I have at least 6 or 7 of them.
Twitter accounts, or?
Yeah, because I have one for my personal account. I have one at Take-Two Radio. I have one at Take-Two Radio Music for my music show. I have one that I actually have 2 of them that I do with Sabina, although she's a little bit more on it than I am, and that is for at Team Van Deen for Casper Van Deen, and then also at Kat Oxenberg, his wife. It's Team Oxenberg is what it is. And then I have another one, PA for Aspire Music, which is my music account for my girlfriend in England that I help promote her bands from.
It's Mel.
That she manages. And I have another one for her new PR company, Purple Rose PR, which I'm, helping them promote. It's her and another girl, and they're talking about bringing me on since I'm working with them anyhow, so which I wouldn't mind, but that's just another job. What else do I have? My gosh, I don't even know, but put it that way, I got a ton.
You have Take-Two Radio Crew, which is originally yours.
But it's yours and Sabina's now. So for our listeners out there, you want to follow David and Sabina, my co-hosts, you follow them at Take-Two Radio Crew, and that's all with the number 2 and at Take-Two Radio. And if you listen to my music show at Take-Two Radio Music, the website is take2radiomusic.com and take2radio.com. Also, follow us on Blog Talk, so that way they'll send you an email each and every time we have a guest scheduled, and you can listen to the previous podcasts via my website. You can click on the link that's there. It'll bring you to Blog Talk, and or if you're already on Blog Talk, you can, go through the shows and listen to the podcasts from there. Our next guest isn't until September 17th, which is a Tuesday, and that is going to be Cynthia and Molly from Double Divas, which is a show on Lifetime. And they are hysterically funny. If you've never watched it, it's on Tuesdays. Try to check it out. And I can't describe them the right way to tell you, but they own a store in Georgia where they fit women for the correct bra size. It's just how they go about doing that while they're out and about that is very, very funny. So if you can catch it on Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Central Time, so you'll have to check your local listings on Lifetime. And Sabina will join me